Hi everyone, it's me, 𝑻𝒉𝒆. Today is Friday, November 8th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about the Serenity Prayer. And this prayer was brought up in the book that I'm currently reading, which is Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender by David Hawkins, MD, PhD. And today I wanted to share with you the passage that mentioned this prayer. So first, I'm going to show you the pages, and this comes from pages 80 through 81 in this copy. So I'll show it to you in case you'd like to read it for yourself. And it's on both pages, and I've enclosed the passage in brackets. So I'll go ahead and read that aloud to you now. Here it goes. When all the negative emotions have been worked through, surrendered to, and let go of, relief finally occurs, and the former suffering is replaced by acceptance. Acceptance is different from resignation. In resignation, there are still residuals of the previous emotion left. There is reluctance and a delaying of the true recognition of the facts. Resignation says, I don't like it, but I have to put up with it. With acceptance, resistance to the true nature of the facts has been relinquished. Thus, one of the signs of acceptance is serenity. With acceptance, the struggle is over and life begins anew. The energies that were bound up in the previous negative emotion are now freed up, so that the healthier aspects of the personality are now re-energized. The creative aspects of the mind develop opportunities for new life situations and further options for growth and experience, accompanied by a new sense of aliveness. A well-known and widely practiced teaching is the Serenity Prayer of the 12-step groups. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that is the passage I wanted to share with you today. And the overarching theme of that passage and that Serenity Prayer is acceptance and learning to accept the things that we cannot change in our lives. And I've already touched upon this topic in several other videos of mine. The idea that there are a lot of things in our life that were not our choice, such as the family that we were born into, the circumstances of our youth, and various other things like bodily conditions, genetic conditions, illnesses that were not under our control. And we are forced to accept these things if we are to live peaceful and meaningful lives and to make the most of what we have and to change and modify the things that we can, the things that are in our power. But today I specifically wanted to talk about acceptance in regards to other people. Learning to accept other people and accept the way that other people are and the way that other people think. It is a flaw of humans to try to control other people. And this might be on a small scale, such as our own family, whether it's your child, your daughter, your son, or your parents, your mom or your dad, or your siblings, or anyone else in your family. Because we are so close to our family and we have to live with them and do things with them and interact with them on a daily basis almost, we often find ourselves trying to control them or trying to make them believe in a certain way that we want them to believe, or to see us in a certain way that we want them to see us. But people are all different, and different people have different sets of beliefs and ways of looking at the world. And for example, our parents don't have the same education or upbringing as us, so They see things differently than we do. And this is a huge cause for intergenerational conflicts that might happen, such as, how people complain that, oh, my parents just don't understand me, and then vice versa. The parents complain that their children just don't get it, they're not mature enough, and perhaps it's not an issue of maturity, it's really an issue of different upbringings, and the world that our parents grew up in is not the same as the world that we grew up in. And so we have to learn how to accept these differences in the ways that people think and the ways that people view the world. And I know that it can be a source of conflict, and applying this to a larger scale, there are people in politics who try to make other people believe in certain things or see certain things a certain way, but everyone is different and everyone has the right to believe what they want to believe. And we need to learn how to accept that and how to accept the fact that we can't change other people. And I believe that when we learn to accept this fact, it leads to much greater serenity on a small scale as well as on a large scale. When we learn to accept the people in our family for who they are and the way that they think, then we achieve peace in the family unit. Similarly, on a larger scale, when we learn to accept that certain people believe in certain things and are set in their ways of thought, then we accept the fact that we can't change them and we can't force them to believe in certain things or see things the way that we see them. And when we accept that, we achieve peace on a larger scale. Unfortunately, this is much easier said than done, and we are all tempted to try to make the people around us see things the way that we see them. And it's, again, a flaw of human nature. Anyway, this is just some food for thought about how to achieve serenity in our lives by accepting the things that we cannot change. And as I said before, in some previous videos of mine, I've already covered how we have to accept the things that we can't change in our own personal lives, like the situations and circumstances that we were born into and health conditions that we might have, or our biology, our appearance. And we have to accept those things and make the most of what we can out of them and fulfill our potential within the constraints of those things that we can't change. But today, through this video, I wanted to add the fact that we have to accept the fact that we can't change other people. And when we accept all of that, we are able to achieve peace in our lives. I truly appreciate you again for taking the time to watch or listen to my video today. I really hope that you learned something very valuable and that you will strive to achieve serenity in your own life by accepting the things that you can't change and having the courage to change the things that you can. Thank you so much, and I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.